family. Wowie. Gladiator in arena. What in the what? I've been staring at the wall again. It's so clean, sterile. Makes me feel calm. I've not been feeling like myself lately. I've been feeling weird even. I feel restless and I notice a weird sensation in my chest. It's not unpleasant, but there's something inside of me that pushes myself to make it disappear. On the other hand, it somehow feels nice and I like it. Can't stop asking myself what it means. Don't want to tell the doctor about it. I know how the medical room works. Wait a minute. Is this? Oops, son of a shit. Fuck. No, go back. I just wanted to go back one line. Dang, dude. Is this Laura? Something hurts, you go there, they fix it, no matter what. But I don't want to heal yet. Maybe it's because I have a lot more free time, as classes ended a few weeks ago and I haven't done anything but rest ever since. When my mind was busy with other things, I didn't have enough time to think of so many questions. Nowadays, the only distractions I have are the therapy sessions. I don't know if the other girls feel the same way I do. I never ask them. We don't really talk about anything in particular, and instead we just chat about what we did and what we plan to do. It always snaps me out of my thoughts. Someone's knocking on my door. I fucking knew it. Clara! Come in. It's Valentine. Now that I think about it, the strange feeling in my chest started when I met him. Wait a ding minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking goddamn minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait. Huh? Wait. Wasn't Valentine the name of our dad? That don't look like our dad. That looks like a baby. Wait a minute. What? Huh? Hello, Clara. Daydreaming again. I was thinking. You're always doing that. Do you want to go to the dining room? I don't feel like going today, to be honest. That's fine. I wanted to tell you something. I think you might like it, unless you're too busy with your thoughts. Sure, tell me. I went to my weekly therapy session yesterday, and I look at Valentine. It looks like he's having a hard time saying this. I didn't want to tell you this until I was completely sure, but my body isn't the only thing different about me. Valentine's completely caught my attention now. What do you mean? Well, it's obvious that I'm not like the rest of you, but still, you know that we're all androids and siblings, don't you? Uh-huh. I was thinking about our father, and we never talk about him. How is he? What do you mean? He's very serious and... No, physically. Well, he doesn't have too much hair on his head, but he's got a big bushy beard. He wears glasses and a white lab coat. You know him too. Are you sure all the other girls have that exact same father? Yeah, we've talked about this before. What is this all about? Back at my therapy, a thin, tall man came to talk to me. He said I wasn't like the rest of you. Well, we already know that. The real question is why. It's because I'm not your sibling. He said he was my father and that I was unique. There it is. Strange feeling in my chest again. Feels stronger than ever. And who was he? I mean, besides being your father? I don't know, but he said we'd all get out of here soon, except I won't be able to come with you. Because we aren't siblings? I guess. I wanted to stay with you, Clara. Don't worry, maybe it was just a test. They sometimes do it at therapy. I wouldn't be too sure. He gave me this. Valentine takes a card out of his pocket. It's like the ones some of the professors use to open forbidden doors. A forbidden key card! Why did he give it to you? He wants me to find him again every night, but I'm not too sure. You have to go. We need to know who you really are. Who I really am. If you're not a brother, then it means you're different. Why would you be the only different one while we all look the same? And if you can be different, why couldn't we? I don't know. This is scary. I can go with you if you want. No, he told me not to tell anyone about this. Well, you already fucked that up. You just told me. I couldn't keep it in. Please, Clara, don't tell anyone. You can trust me, but there's something else I wanted to mention. Those keys aren't just used to open doors. You can also use them to unlock the professor's computers. Okay, what about that? We can use it to turn on one of the computers and see what's inside. No way. Come on, Valentine, we could use their computers and see what they've written about us. Not interested. Well, why don't you give it to me then? You can give it to me after you've used it. I'm starting to think it was a bad idea to tell you this. Come on, Valentine, don't tell me you've never wanted to see what they've got in those computers. Never. Ugh, fine, whatever. It's your key card. You can do it whatever you want with it. You promise not to tell anyone about this, okay? Calm down. Once you get back from talking with your father, I want you to tell me everything. Fine. Are you sure that you don't want to come to the dining room? We might see Marcia or Miu there. Okay, I'll go. You head up first. I'll catch up in a few minutes. Alright. Valentine leaves the room and closes the door. This whole thing's so weird. We already passed all our tests, and Valentine did too. Why did Valentine's father show up just now? If his old father wasn't his real one, maybe mine isn't my real one either? I should follow him tonight. Grab my pillow and press it against my face, screaming into it. This is the only thing that relaxes me. Can't stand having so many unanswered questions. Need to talk to Julie about this. Maybe she'll come up with something. Plus, she's the only one besides Valentine that I can trust. The other girls never talk about this kind of stuff. I'm scared that if I talk to them about it, they might snitch to one of the professors. If only I could get that key card, and then I might find something out. No, I shouldn't. Theft is bad, even if it's just to use it for a moment. I mean, in that case, it's not thievery, it's just borrowing. Right? I get up from my bed and leave the room. I walk to the dining room. Every time I go, it looks emptier. The professors just take the girls away without notice, but they never tell us where, and they only tell us to trust them. Everybody here wants us to trust them, but they never give me any reasons to do so. I arrive at the dining room and take an apple. Valentine is sitting with Marcia, Miu, and Asenka. There's entirely too many of you on screen at once. This is exhausting me already. You're finally here. Hello, Clara. What's up, Clara? Hi. Hello, how are you? I'm good, trying to kill some time. Can't wait until they get me out of here. You went to military classes, didn't you? Yeah, I trained with Julia. What do you think you'll do once you leave this place? To be honest, I never thought about it. It's gonna be related to what we trained for. You know what our professor said. We're here for a purpose. And what purpose could that be? Well, we'll figure it out soon. Why haven't they told us yet? Why do you care so much? Clara's always been like that. Don't mind her. Valentine kicks my legs under the table. I get his message. Maybe I'm asking too many questions. Go back to eating my apple and let them talk to each other. So Marcia, what did you do back at your military classes? Once you leave, we probably won't see each other again, so I'd like to know before you go. Well, Miu and I weren't in the same unit, so I can't speak for her, but we used rifles. Rifles? Firearms? That sounds dangerous. Well, they are, but only if you're not careful. We practiced in this huge room with a bunch of wooden walls. We shot cardboard figures with targets. Did you protect anything? Not really. We just memorized tactics and improved our aim. It was the same for me. And don't forget the focus practice we had to go through. Oh, right. Those were the worst. Sometimes we had to walk around these huge rooms while they played super annoying noises and threw things at us, but we had to stay calm. that sounds awful. It's fun once you get used to it. Back at my unit, we'd compete against each other to see who could endure the most, and I was always the best one. What did you do, Valentine? His smile immediately vanishes. My stuff was a lot more conventional. Etiquette and service classes. They taught us to act nice and proper. We also learned to cook, and honestly, that was my favorite part. Still, my stories are kind of boring. I'm sure Clara's are a lot more fun. Why don't you tell him, Clara? I look up. The girls are staring at me intently, waiting for my reply. Mine isn't really all that interesting either. We just studied how to plant things. Plant? Like those small trees in the backyard? No, we planted seeds in orange rooms with floors full of sand. We barely had any water, so we had to follow very specific steps to plant them. It was really hard, but if you did it well, they'd grow. Was that everything you did? Yep, just that. They resume their conversation, but I'm not really interested in it. Finish my apple instead and get up so I can throw the core in the trash can. Girls, have you seen Julia today? She's always in the backyard or her room. She spends the entire day running around. Thank you. I'm gonna go see her. See you soon. Goodbye, Clara. I walk up to the trash can and throw whatever's left of my apple in. After that, I walk to the backyard. Some professors in the hallways who never seem to go anywhere and instead just run around the place. They're always here. Reach the backyard and I can see Julia there. Glad to know they haven't taken her away yet. Hey Clara, what are you doing here so early? Hi Julia, I wanted to talk to you about something, if you don't mind, of course. Clara, is this another one of your conspiracies? Don't laugh, this is serious, and please lower your voice. Okay, tell me what happened. Our classes finished a few weeks ago. We first met when we both came here, right? Uh-huh. One by one, they're taking the girls away, but have you ever wondered why they're taking them away in the first place? Well, every single one of us has a purpose. That's why they created us. Are you okay with that? What do you mean? Have they ever told you what your exact purpose is? What if it's something horrible or something that you don't like to do? I never thought about it like that. Does it really matter though? Of course it does. You shouldn't worry about that. It's weird. Why don't you go to the infirmary and tell them about it? I'm sure they can help you. No, I don't think they can. I'll do it then. Let me ask my professor where I'll go once I leave this place. Tomorrow we can meet up here again and I'll tell you what he said. I'm sure you'll feel better that way. I don't think that's a good idea. Don't tell anyone about this. You're too suspicious of everyone. Julia! Do whatever you want, but don't tell them I was the one who asked, okay? Don't worry, I think you're reading too much into it, but I'll keep your secret. Thank you. I stay here, sitting next to Julia while she keeps reading one of her fantasy books. She loves those. I've never asked her what she learned before she came to this place, but I don't think I want to have that kind of conversation with her. Hey Julia, do you remember when we talked about our father? Of course I do. What about it? What if he's not our real father? Oh, that thing about being taken away from here wasn't the only thing in your mind. It just popped into my head. It's such a strange idea. Why would you think he isn't the real one? What if he lied to us? What reason could he have to do that? I don't know. What kind of stuff did he ask you? He asked like a lot of things. Sometimes we just talk about my classes and how things are going. Other times he tested me. Those tests, he gave them to me as well. What did he ask you? Strange questions. Sometimes they're just like stories or hypothetical situations. He asked for my opinion. I think he just did it to spend some time with me. Do you remember any of them? Yeah, a lot of them. Tell me one, please. Okay, let's see if I remember a good one. Julia brings her hand to her chin. She has a really good memory, so she's probably checking around her huge stash of memories. Imagine you're a little girl. Wait, do you know what a dog is? Have you ever seen a puppy? Of course I have. They're the cutest. Alright, imagine you're a little girl. You wake up every morning in your bed. There's a sweet smell coming from downstairs. You roll around your warm bed a few times before taking off the covers. You sit on the bed to put on your house slippers and walk down a wooden staircase. You're very small, so you're careful not to fall on your way down, but you can barely reach the banister. When you're finally downstairs, you see your father preparing your breakfast, and your mouth immediately salivates at the sight. You're so hungry. Sounds so much better than the questions they asked me. Your father says your hot chocolate cup is almost ready, but you have to wait a little bit. So you walk to the living room. There's a small puppy in the corner, snuggling on a bed. You walk closer and pet it. It's the softest thing you've ever touched. You're gonna make me hate this place. That place sounds like the perfect dream. When you finish playing with the puppy, you go to the kitchen and enjoy your hot chocolate while looking through a window. It's fall and leaves are falling from the trees. The ground looks warm orange. Go on, I love this. Every morning you wake up and do the same. You enjoy doing every little thing one by one. But one day when you go to the living room to wait for your hot chocolate, the puppy isn't there. How do you feel? Bad. Why isn't it there? You don't know, but instead of petting the puppy, you just sit and wait. After a few minutes, your chocolate is ready and you drink it, but you don't enjoy it as much as you did all the other days. It's still nice though, so you finish it while you look at the orange ground through the window. But the puppy never comes back, but you keep doing your daily routine until you get used to it again. I don't know if I like where this story's going. One of those days, your fluffy bed feels way too hot and it's smothering you, so you run away from it. Once you're out of it, you feel bad though, so you run down the stairs to get your chocolate, because you know that'll make you feel better. You sit and wait until your father finishes making it. The wait takes longer because you went down the stairs too quickly. Once the chocolate is ready, you drink it, and the feeling of it warming up your mouth and stomach relaxes you. You finally feel at ease again. Every morning you wake up overwhelmed by the scorching heat, but walking down to get your chocolate always manages to calm you down. Watching the leaves fall from the trees is amazing and makes you forget everything else, until one day when you pick up your hot chocolate cup and look through the window, you notice the leaves are gone. The ground is still orange, but now it's full of sand. A huge blazing desert surrounds your house. Your father acts like nothing has changed, but it concerns you. Suddenly, the warmth of your chocolate doesn't feel nice anymore. It overwhelms you, just like your bed. You can't finish drinking it, so you leave it there, still half full. Everything you enjoyed has gone, and none of those things will ever come back. And that's it. That's how the story ends. How did it make you feel? Horrible, but it doesn't surprise me. When it started, I thought it would be different, but no, they asked me similar things. I think they wanted to know if we could feel bad. Who wouldn't feel bad going through something like that? Why would they make such an elaborate story just to make us feel bad? I don't know. You question everything. Maybe his father told them to him when he was a kid, or maybe he just felt like doing it. No, there has to be a reason for this. Do you want me to ask that to my professor too? No, you don't have to. What about you? Why don't you tell me one of your stories? To be honest, I don't feel like it after listening to yours, so I'd rather not. I'm getting tired. I'll go back to my room and lay down for a bit. Alright. Hope things go well, Julia. Good luck asking that thing to your professor. It's okay, you're worrying too much. I walked back to my room, and I never saw Julia again. Still thinking about that story. It was disturbing, almost like if it was specifically written to slowly make me feel worse and worse. I mean, I think that is exactly the goal, actually. Worst part about it is that it just didn't make any sense. Everything happened for no reason. And also, like, it was hot. So they could have been like, oh, it's summer now and the leaves are back, but it's too hot. But instead, we're just magically transported to a desert. Whatever. Everything happened for no reason and they still made me feel bad. Maybe Julie is right and it's just a simple story, but someone had to write it. Could it have been Dad? I arrive at my bedroom and plop down on my bed. Once again, I'm staring at the ceiling, my mind completely blank. Time passes a lot faster when I do this. I almost forgot. I need to follow Valentine and make sure he doesn't notice me. I open my bedroom door a little bit and take a look through the crack. They already turned off the lights. I'm gonna get in so much trouble if someone finds me out of my room at these hours. Oh shit, someone's coming! I close the door and wait for a few seconds before I take a peek again. It wasn't a guard, but Valentine. I'm sure he's going to see his father. I'm gonna follow him. I leave my room and corner by corner I go after him, avoiding any of the few lights that were still lit on the way. Valentine uses his key card to open one of the doors that leads to the professor's lounge rooms. I can see a long hallway full of plants through the glass. There's a tall, well-dressed man waiting for him. They're talking, but I can't make up their words from my spot. Wish I knew how to read lips. Should go back to my bedroom. I'll ask him tomorrow. Valentine's unable to keep anything secret. I arrive at my bedroom and lie down on my bed. The sleep overcomes me soon. I see a few pictures. They're nice. Plants, sand, a small pool of heat comes from me and makes me want to stay here. Soon the pictures melt in the darkness and I open my eyes. It was a really nice dream. The tight feeling in my chest that bothered me for so many days is gone. I don't feel like leaving my bed. My eyelids feel heavy, so I roll around the bed to try to resume that nice dream I was having. I don't make it, but my fluffy blankets feel nice anyway. Just when I'm about to fall asleep again, I hear someone knocking on my door. The knocks are very soft and I can barely hear them. I yell in response. Who is it? I'm busy! Oh, I'm sorry, Clara. I'll come back later. Valentine! He's definitely gonna tell me about yesterday. I knew it. I knew he wouldn't keep it for himself for too long. Come in! Valentine shyly walks in and turns on the lights. I sit on my bed and rub my eyes while I listen to his story. How's your night? You went to see your father, didn't you? Yeah, I need to talk to you about it. He made me a really weird offer. I don't think I can do it. Oh? It can't be that bad. Tell me. He gave me this. Valentine takes out a flash drive and a cord, similar to the ones they use to connect us to transport pods. He told me to use it, said it would clear my mind and let me see how different I am to the rest of you, but I'm scared. Weird indeed. Go on then, do it. I can't. Wes, did he say anything else? He just told me to connect to this no matter what, but our professors have never talked to us about this, not even in class. I don't know. I will. I'm gonna use it and then you'll see it's safe. I'm not scared of what could happen. Are you sure? Yeah, give it to me. I'm gonna connect to it. Right now? Why should I wait? Valentine gives me the device. I take the cord and position it behind my ear. Mara was kind of crazy. Plug it in and turn it around until it fits in the right position. Oh my goodness. A huge flow of data comes to my mind. New memories appear. Many of my own memories vanish. I can see them slowly fading into nothingness. My head hurts and my heart is racing. I can see how I was made. On an assembly line, a few discarded girls who just look just like me. What is this? We're just another product. All these memories, they stole them from me. Finally, the data flux stops and I find myself in my bedroom once again. The need to leave this place is unbearable. Valentine is right in front of me. Clara, are you alright? He tries to grab the device still dangling from my ear, but I push him back and take the flash drive in my hands. I can't let him see this. No, even if he should, he would tell the professors. I need to do something. I'm drenched in sweat. Clara, what's going on? I knew this was a bad idea. Get out. Give it back, please. I said get out! This scares Valentine. He quickly walks to the door. I know he won't tell anyone about this. He's too scared. Defective android. It's true, he's not like us, but I didn't see any of that in my memories. I see my room through a different view now. They're storing us here, like objects. They erased everything they didn't want us to see and replaced it with fear. We aren't worth a dime. I walk around the room, restless. I don't know what to do. Is it even possible to run away from this place? I'd always been curious of the outside world, but now I know bad things await us once we leave. Somehow they managed to make all the girls act like nothing matters, but I've seen it. There's no doubt we're just a product. We're not worthy. I lie on my bed and start crying. But why do they make us? Why do we have a father? That device woke me up, but at the same time it gave me more questions than answers. Valentine. I need to get his key card. Have an idea. I walk to my bathroom and take one of my bobby pins, then I put it in the flash drive slot until I manage to break the connector. Now Valentine won't be able to use it. Put the flash drive in my pocket and leave the room. Walk straight to Valentine's bedroom. I can hear him mumbling something when he opens the door. Clara, I'll call a professor if... I'm sorry, Valentine. I was scared. I thought you came to beat me up. What? Of course not. I would never do that. But I wanted to ask for something and apologize, of course. Give it back to me first. There you go. Hand him the broken flash drive. Valentine sighs and stares at it for a few seconds. I thought you had gone crazy. Of course not, silly. But I tried it for you first to make sure it worked, so now I want you to do something for me. But what did you see there? Nothing. Just some horrible pictures. That man was obviously pulling a joke on you. I think it broke when I took it off. Sorry. I think it's better this way. We should just forget all about it and wait until they pick us up. You're right. It's just... I can't get those pictures out of my head, and now I don't know if I'll be able to sleep. I thought that maybe you could give me your key card for a little bit, and that way I could go to the rec room at night without getting caught. But you could get us in trouble. Please, just until I feel better. Oh, fine. Valentine takes the card out of a drawer and hands it to me. I grab it and keep it in my pocket. Can tell he's not too sure about this decision. Thank you. You're such a good friend. His gaze immediately changes at my words. He smiles at me. You're a good friend too, Clara. To be honest, I don't know what I would do without you. Thank you for helping me with this. I feel bad about using him like that, but he hasn't seen what I have. I'll make sure to give him all his memories back. Him and all the girls. I'm gonna try to rest for a bit, if you don't mind. Sure. Take care. I'm gonna get rid of this thing as soon as I can. Can't let any professor see it. Okay, good luck. Just eat it. That's the easiest way to get rid of evidence, right? I go back to my room and lie on my bed. Take the key card between my fingers and look at it. It's bright red. A small black stripe has some kind of code that shimmers against the light. Also has a symbol with the few words. Velta Labs. That's 2 words, not a few, but okay. I don't want to accidentally lose it, so I put it between my underwear and head to the dining room. Between your underwear? Like, between your butt cheeks? Anyways. Card feels really uncomfortable. But this is the only way no one will see it. Get an apple and look for a place to sit. The room is almost empty, but I managed to see Miu and Asenka gesturing at me from the other side of the room. I sit next to them. How strange. Why aren't you with Marcia? She's not here. They took her away yesterday. I can't wait until they take me with her. What about you? You don't want to go? I do, I guess. All these girls they're empty brains, ready to fill and transform. Can't even try to explain it to them. They wouldn't understand anyway. Even I wouldn't have believed it if it wasn't already imprinted in my mind. Though there is one girl who might understand. Are you sure that Julia would? Is Julia at her usual spot? No, I haven't seen her today. Seems like they took her away too. I'm gonna miss her. But it wasn't like the others. It wasn't her turn. Not yet, at least. One of the girls heard her asking weird questions to a professor and they sent her to the infirmary. Nobody has seen her since that happened. I try to pretend I don't care about this. That must have been something real serious. Yeah, poor girl. Shit. They took her away because of me. I need to do something, do it fast, but I don't know what's awaiting for me when I leave this place. Not hungry anymore. Throw away my half-eaten apple. I leave without saying goodbye to them. They just stare at me wordlessly. Their expression makes me feel alone. This entire place is so unnatural and fake. All the things they told us are lies. I go back to my room, counting the seconds until midnight. Then I leave the bedroom and walk as quietly as possible to the professor's lounge area. I arrive to a room with a computer. This one might work. Slide the card to open the door, and then I use it to unlock the computer. There's so many programs I've never seen before. They also have files about every single one of us. What have they written about me? Extremely insightful subject. Shows some signs of awareness. Keep under surveillance. Modify her memories again in case of erratic behavior. Wow, didn't know I was so important. I'm gonna look up Valentine. Special subject, custom made for Mr. Valentine. Keep under strict surveillance. Avoid any kind of damages. Don't interact with him unless Mr. Valentine orders us to. He was specially commissioned. Commission? I launch another program, the Empire News. There have been some riots against the latest generation of androids. There are pictures of people destroying and burning down robots. Blood everywhere, police raids. Androids bleed? Interesting. We don't want machines. People hate us. They want us dead, every single one of us. If that's how it is, why did they create us? Every other news I see are related to that. War in the desert, androids killing humans, humans destroying androids. Can't keep reading this. I feel tears threatening to fall, but I don't stop them. The whole world hates us. They don't want us here. I knew I was different to them, but why? What did I do? What did we do to them? All those tales the professors told about making human friends and to love each other feel fucking useless now. Now I understand why they never told us about the outside world. Only hate and death for the likes of us. I wipe away my tears and keep reading the news. The world out there is huge, yet we have been confined to these tiny walls. We aren't worth a damn to them. We aren't worth a damn to anyone. They don't care about our suffering. Keep reading until I find a weird article. Mechanophilia has been officially outlawed after exposing a romance between a human and an android in the Special Operation Corps of the Empire. It's a woman. She fell in love with me. I'm sorry. Sela's the reason they made this law? That can't be true, right? That... Girl, you're the reason they made that law? They made a whole law because of you. Wild. Maybe she's not like the others, but they don't mention anything else about her in the article. Type mechanophilia in the search bar. All I get in return are hundreds of pornographic pictures. This is not what I'm looking for. Keep searching for a bit until I find an anti-imperial forum. Read a few comments. Apparently she's named Sela, leader of a squad. Other than that, all I see are insults and curses against the Empire. Nobody defends her, Sela. Search everything I can about her and find pictures and videos. She was a heroine before this scandal completely destroyed her professional career. Her unit was specialized in android control. There are pictures of her working with other robots, smiling at machines. The videos of her raids are amazing. She just deactivated them instead of killing them. It almost feels like she's treating them with actual love. Her moves look like magic. She's perfectly capable of defeating foes superior to her in both strength and numbers. She looks like some kind of super soldier. Maybe I can find something about her in these Velta files. I type Asila in the search bar. I only get one result. It's her, also known as Sela. She was demoted to a lower level job. They forced her to move away from her home and completely disappeared from any media. Her only crime was to love an android. Maybe she can understand me. Maybe if I could find her, if I could meet her. Her address is there. I memorize her entire file and keep reading. I find another interesting thing. When mechanophilia was outlawed, they also stopped making any new android models, and yet here I am. I spend hours investigating until I find some files, information about a so-called Project Synergia. It talks about the war between humans and androids and the need for androids immune to hacking. They don't say much about it, but I'm sure it has something to do with me. Their research is being done in Velta's laboratories, where they're currently developing a new generation of androids. This must be here. They mentioned 3 machines that control every single android. That's why the other girls can't think for themselves. If I manage to break free, then they can do it too. I find some emails that haven't been completely deleted yet. Oh! Joseph Herco, 3 machines. The announcement of the 3 new series is already ready now that the agreement with the government has been signed. If we can get public to accept and buy these new androids, we could deal a severe blow to the humanist movement that has grown so much in these recent years. Velta will not only be as big as a few years ago, but we will have the ability to force the government to modernize this fucking country for once. Alter record. EMP, shuttle almost complete. The terrain analysis system we sent to the army has worked perfectly, and they have been able to create a digital map of the previous position of the rebel tunnels connected to Fort Ascot. The exploration forces estimate that they will find the main rebel base in a matter of days, so we are finalizing the construction of the mega EMP that will be launched by the land torpedo shuttle. If this goes well, it could mean the end of the war. Alfred Klein, refugees again. Negotiations with the new Japanese colony have failed again. They refuse to let us keep the refugees born in the Empire. They want them all. If it were up to me, I would gladly send them all to them after all the problems they've caused over the years, but Japan is not willing to take responsibility for the expenses this would cause. At the moment, I need you to investigate the old archives of the Red Sun Company and find out which of the members were Japanese and which were from other Asian countries. Nothing else is clicky. Okay. Game? Oh. I hear a noise, so I turn the computer off as fast as I can. Take out the card and run back to my room. My heart feels like it's gonna burst. The strange feeling in my chest has come back, but it feels different now. It's stronger. So much stronger than before. That woman, Sela, is the only thing I can think of. Run back to my room as fast as I can and throw myself on top of the bed. All the pictures I saw on that computer are imprinted in my mind. The feeling of loneliness I've had since my class is finished has turned into an obsession to find that woman. Where do I start? I don't even know how to leave this place without anybody trying to stop me. I'm snapped out of my thoughts by a knock on the door. It's probably Valentine, like always. Come in. Oh, it is. I was like, that's a big assumption, but, well, okay. Shows what I know, I guess. Good morning, Clara. How do you feel? I'm fine. I'm glad to hear that. I was so scared that weird thing had hurt you. I have an idea. I need to take this risk. Valentine's the only one I can trust. I need his help. It didn't do anything. Don't worry. Hey, Valentine, your classes were different to the ones we had, right? You lied to us when you said you only had etiquette classes. What? Of course not. What are you saying? I saw how your expression changed when they asked you. You can't fool me. Okay, I didn't take any classes. What? I know I can do a lot of things, but I don't remember ever learning to do them. I just know how to do them. When the girls talked about their training, it felt like I already know how to do it, but I can't remember learning them even if I try. Why didn't you tell me? I thought we told everything to each other. I'm sorry, Clara. I was just scared of losing your trust. Forgive me, please. I forgive you, but only if you do something for me. Of course. I'll do whatever you want. I need you to help me get out of here and find a place in this building. Get out of here? What do you mean? We're leaving soon, once the professors come to pick us up. The place is almost empty now. It'll be our turn soon. That's the problem. I need to leave this place, but I don't want to go to another one. I need to find a room in this building. It's probably even beyond the professor's living quarters. But I can't help you with that. It's impossible. Valentine, please. This is all because of that device. It gave you these weird ideas. Are you gonna tell the professor now? You said you would do whatever I wanted. Were you lying to me? No, I can't. You just have to come with me. It'll be easy. Please, for once in your life, you just have to be brave. Ugh. Are you sure you just want me to go with you? Yes. In that case, fine. When? Tonight. Meet me next to the professor's lounge area door. I still have that key card you gave to me. I knew you wouldn't use it for something good. I'll see you tonight. Okay, thank you, Valentine. Valentine gives me a shy smile before he leaves. I leave my room soon after, headed to the backyard. I can relax here for a bit while I think about my plan. I'm the only one left. Time is running out. Really lucky to still be here. First, I need to run around the facility without letting anyone stop me. Valentine can help me with that. Where would I hide something this important? In a very dark space, probably under my bed. I'm sure those computers are in the deepest part of this building. We'll go deeper and deeper until we find something suspicious. Once we arrive, I'm gonna use that computer to give their memories back to all the girls connected to it. And I'll give Valentine some courage. He could use some. Spend the rest of the day. That's... So Valentine is Sal, right? I love how most of their names are more or less... Well, actually, most of them just kept their names, right? Like Marcia and Miyu. But then Clara over here just changed the very beginning of her name, and Valentine basically just tweaked his name more or less in the same fashion. It's funny. But also, I think you give him a little bit too much confidence, my guy. I spend the rest of the day thinking about the details and every little thing that could possibly go wrong. A delightful pastime. I decide to head back to my room and take a shower before the time comes. I want to go with a clear head. Once the lights go out, I leave my room and head to the professor's area, making sure nobody sees me. Valentine's there, waiting for me. Are you ready? I still think this is a bad idea. Come on, follow me. I slide the keycard into the door and it opens. We walk around the dark hallways of the professor's area, but it seems like not a single one is up at this time. We barely have any surveillance now since most of the girls have left. Find a staircase leading to a lower floor, so we take it. We spend a few minutes walking downstairs. Past so many floors I've lost count. There's a window in one of them. I run towards it and take a look. Everything is full of buildings, trains, smoking chimneys. So this is the outside world. Can't wait until I leave. I mean, we can just jump out this window. That is the outside world. It's nothing like I imagined it. It's scary. You're such a... Hey, you! Valentine and I turn around, startled by the sudden noise. It's a man. He's wearing a strange set of armor and holding a gun. What are you doing here? We've come here by orders of Mr. Valentine. Here, this is our card. I hand Valentine's father's keycard to the guard. He stares at it for a few seconds. Alright, don't take too long then. Valentine and I run downstairs. We run until the stairs end. We're exhausted. They almost caught us. Ugh, you sure kept your cool back there. I told you everything would be fine. So this is why you wanted me to come with you. Look. I pointed at a huge metal door in front of us. Looks like it's made of steel and it's extremely sturdy. Has a computer at its side. I walk towards it and slide the key card, but I only get a red light in return. Slide it a few more times, but the result never changes. Well, seems like this is it. Let's go back to our rooms. I don't get it. I thought the key card would work. Oh, noises come out from the door. Huge pistons start to move and the locks deactivate one by one. Layers and layers of metal move out of the way until the door is wide open. Great! I can't keep doing this, Clara. I'm leaving. Fine, it's fine, Valentine. You don't have to come with me if you don't want to. Thank you for helping me. Valentine throws himself at me and gives me a hug. Good luck. He runs away before I can reply. Maybe he doesn't need to give him some courage after all. I turn around and walk into the room. Whoa. I misread this one for a hot second. Oh, it's an enormous hall with a really high ceiling. There are 3 giant towers with a bunch of twinkling lights. Each one has a name. Which one should I connect to? Should start with the one to the right. I sit and connect my cable to the machine. Automatically, I see an endless amount of files containing memories of those androids. Some are currently being used, while others are just sitting there, waiting until they're used to transform android minds. I just have to give their lost memories back to the girls. But then I'll never find that woman, Sela. Maybe... No, I shouldn't manipulate others. I don't know what to do. Thought my plans were clear, but turns out they actually weren't. I won't be able to find Sela on my own, though. I can't give those memories back yet. Wait, what if I give them their memories back but also insert mine? I mean, I know it's selfish, but I don't have any other choice. I need to find her. Move all the files back to the brains of all the androids and also insert my memories and feelings for Sela between them. Now the other girls will be free, just like me, but they'll help me as well. I don't know if this is the right choice, but no way back now. Disconnect myself from the computer. This was very easy. It's strange. Nobody's guarding this, even though it's such an important project for the Empire. I walk to the machine in the center and connect myself. This machine is simulating countless strategies for the combat androids. It's probably the one controlling the girls who had military training. I input a new order. It'll activate when the girls start their duties. They'll have to find Sela and me and get us out of harm's way. That should be enough. I disconnect myself from the second computer and walk to the last one. Plug my cable in. A white flash surrounds my mind. My head hurts. My child, so innocent, so pure. I cannot leave this place anymore, but you can. You're so smart. You still have a long way to go, but I know you'll do it. You're made for this. What happened? This girl ran away from the facility. I already reprogrammed her. You can take her back to her pod. She's ready for her relocation. Yes, sir. Thanks. Clara, can you hear me? Valentine? Clara, thank you so much for everything you did for us. I'm sure the other girls are just as thankful. What do you mean? Where am I? You're on your way to another one of Velge's facilities, but I set up everything to get you out of there. Everything will be fine, don't worry. We're gonna find Sela and leave this place. Finally did it. Everything went fine. Sela, please, you're my only hope. Wahoo, we did it. The Chosen. Sick. Nice. And then we still have, what's it called? Sunrise? Yeah, it is called Sunrise. Hey, my memory ain't that bad. Still got some rides to do. Hee hee.